This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5 through 6. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil, and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the elect that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. I'm the brother Dama Gabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing, to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. All right, and this day can't come fast enough to when the Lord is going to send a modern day Assyrian, which is Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man. All right, this Trump administration, Nero Trump, and this current, bolstering of this military presence. This ICE agents, this billion-dollar police force, which is being ramped up and revved up, is going to be, the staff in the hand of the Most High for his indignation against 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All of you scoffer and mockers that's coming up against the prophets, all of your shit talking, your naysaying, your doubting, all right? Your refusal to listen, your refusal to humble yourself and get yourself right. In these last days, hey, the Lord's just going to send down Esau Edom as the rod of his indignation. And he's going to wreck shop on a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All of you proud women, you badass kids, all of you, just all of you disobedient Israelites out there. And none of you have an excuse anymore. You've all know about the Hebrew Israelites. All right. You know how we know, because you're all making your parodies. You're making your little stupid videos talking shit. Coming up against the prophets, you think you cute, you think you funny, you're, getting, YouTube views off of, slandering and making fun of the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, that's going to come with a major, heavy penalty. It's going to come with a lot of death on a lot of you Jake out there, man. Hey, and these days are approaching. Hey, and pretty soon, I was just watching the elder brother in South Carolina video, which kind of burnt me up, man, because, you just see the rebellion and the stiff-heartedness and the rebellion of Jake against the prophet, especially these fucking women, man. You old-ass hags, you black-ass women, your badass sons and daughters, it's just a bunch of goddamn demons, man. Hey, but the Lord has the remedy, and that's why we can't wait. Like the brother was saying in this video, we're going to shake the dust off you black ass niggas, man. All right. Hey, when the Lord brings this famine of the word, and there's no longer the prophets and the men of the Lord out there to give you warning, to blow the trumpet, when the things that we've been warning and telling you about finally come to pass, when you're out here, in the midst of it with no hope, with no help, and you finally realize that everything that we've been warning and telling you that this devil was going to bring down upon you is finally here, and that treading down comes upon you, man, which is already taking place. You see these ICE agents and what they're doing to the so-called northern, not to the so-called, to the northern tribes, to the Spanish-speaking tribes, man. Hey, it's coming for you niggas next, man. All right, it's coming for you niggas next. You're gonna be in Alligator, Alcatraz. You're gonna be in these other detention centers. It's gonna be a huge uprising against you wicked ass niggas, man. All of you little gang banging, switch toting, twerking on cars, unruly, uncouth Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Hey, your time is coming too. And the Lord's going to send against your hypocritical asses, man. Hey, he's going to use Esau and these ICE agents, all right, artificial intelligence, AI, and all other forms of this, this militarized, presidency to roll down upon you niggas, and it's all going to be the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And you can't say that you wasn't warned, because I was watching this video, and it just pissed me off. Oh, what the fuck? Salakia. Yeah, I was watching the elder brother's video, so I'm not going to play it, but, check it out, and it just show you these niggas, man. Yeah. black ass women like these women. See, these 2/3 right here, they ain't gonna stand a chance in that day. Now, of course, we get on the IUIC because they be going off in the doctrine. They do a lot of they do a lot of unnecessary things. You know, we know that they sold out, but hey, you know, when they're out there preaching and telling Jake to repent and telling him to get right, man, hey, you know, you see the reaction that you get from 2/3 of these hypocrites, these 2/3, these uncouth beasts. Look at that little nigga, man. You see? And these are the type of little niggas with the little mop head, the little dreadhead niggas that these single, uncouth, rebellious, wicked ass women raise, you know, that are being terrorizing the neighborhoods, terrorizing the so-called black communities. You know? These hella violent, you know, demonic ass children. And this little nigga was trying to hit the brothers with his little plastic sword. You had the little ghetto black daughters spitting, knocking the camera down, flipping off the camera. It just shows you that this is a rebellious, wicked, hypocritical ass people, man. See, because ultimately, because Jake don't want to be told about themselves. Jake don't want to be told that they're wicked. These women don't want to be told to cover their asses, man, to get themselves in order. That they're ruining the homes, you know. That you know, that you know, you know that they ain't right. And you see the reaction that they get from these black ass women, man. And they know good and damn well, you know, if that was a so-called white man out there doing that, these niggas wouldn't be acting like that. They wouldn't be all up in another man's face, because why? They know they have this little bit of protection left here in Babylon the Great. Now, if any of these men was to just cock back and just rock this woman's jaw and you know, deal with her appropriately, that she got 911 to call. Or she can go call Pookie and Ray Ray and her cousins and her sons and her baby daddy and the 4 other niggas that she's sleeping with to come out there with you know with they switches and guns and, you know, do something hella violent, man. You see, but this is what we got to deal with, all these Jakes, man. Like I said, watch the brother's video. You know, he shows you different clips of these niggas mocking, making parodies, talking shit, you know, coming up against the prophets and the men of the Lord. But it's okay, man. Hey, the Lord got something for all of you niggas, and it's gonna come in many different forms. And I was reading this, showing you that, hey, the sword is being sharpened, man. Now, of course, we see this is what China is doing, but we know America is doing the same thing. You have these different companies in America that are creating these robot terminators, man. That's gonna be eventually released to do indiscriminate killings. You know, this is part of that sword being sharpened, because as we know, modern warfare ain't gonna be fought with, you know, with bodies on, you know, the ancient warfare where we got men with swords and, you know, one side and the other side, and they just run in the middle and swords are swinging and arms are getting chopped off, limbs are flying here and there, people are getting ran through with the sword. No, the modern day warfare is it's changing to become more of this type of style, man. You see? And guess what? And if China's doing this, you know, America is going to be doing the same thing, because, hey, these elites and these devils are waging war on you American citizens. And it's starting with you tribes, man, with you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And it is going to advance to this level. You see? It's only going to make sense, because now you're seeing a lot of these ICE agents are getting blamed. They got to cover their faces, you know. They're trying to protect their identities. Well, one way that you can do away with all of that is just bring out hundreds of thousands of these humanoid robots, man, who are going to be operated and programmed, you know, whenever they go to a particular neighborhood or on a particular mission to just execute, man. All right. They're going to be using these robots to run into your neighborhoods and clear out houses, clear out apartment complexes, going floor to floor. And then they'll just use, you know, the American troops that are behind these things to round up anybody that's left and throw you in the gulag, man. You know, hey, because Esau is he's getting ready to come with it, and a lot of this is going to be for 2/3 of you unruly, uncouth, rebellious as Israelites, man. And guess what? Hey, when the time comes, we ain't gonna lift up a cry. We're not gonna lift up a prayer for any of you niggas that then came against the prophets and that mocked against the men of the Lord. See, and this is the indignation that the Most High is about to send upon 2/3 of you, Jake. So let me read some of this. It says, China warns of rogue robot troops unleashing Terminator-style indiscriminate killings. And like I said, if they're doing it in China, they're going to do it here in the America. They show you this in all the movies, man. All right, but let's go. It says concerns are mounting in China as the communist superpower advances humanoid robot development to replace human soldiers on the battlefield. And remember, China has always been the model. All right, what they're doing, what they're doing in China, they want to be able to do here in other states, and we see it already in its early stages, man. And believe you me, they already got these robots already prepped and ready to go and trained and programmed. They'll show you these. Well, I'm gonna show you a little clip that's on this video. They'll show you the little like more stiffer robots moving. But hey, man, trust me, they got more highly advanced robots like these that they're not showing you people, man. Like I said, they're just waiting on the right time to unleash these things on you people. It says prompting calls for ethical and legal research into this Terminator-like technology to avoid moral pitfalls. And one thing you have to understand, Esau doesn't have morality. He doesn't have sympathy or empathy for you people, man. He look at you as a bunch of cockroaches and vermin that needs to be squashed, man. All right, talking about he has to have these robots have to have ethical and moral. Get the hell out of here. Well, this is the damn devil Esau Edom we're talking about, man. He's the most bloodthirsty savage beast on this planet, man. You think all of a sudden he cares about you so-called people? Salakia. All right, Salakia. It says an op-ed published by Yuan Yi, Ma Yi, and Yu Xingguang and the People's Liberation Army daily warned that faulty robots could lead to indiscriminate killings and accidental death, which there's not going to be no such thing, because these robots are going to be programmed to go to war. To respond, to react, to track, to kill, to eliminate, man. So all of this, there could be faulty. Ain't gonna be nothing faulty about them, man. They're created to do what they were created to do. You see, it says which could inevitably result in legal charges and moral condemnation. Yeah, it'll be moral condemnation, but it ain't going to be no legal charges, because guess what? All they got to do is create a state of martial law where everything that the government does is going to be justified. It's not going to be any checks and balances. It's not going to be no constitutional rights. It's not going to be. It's going to be a military-like atmosphere, in these different particular places, man. And these robots and even the military are going to have green light to do whatever needs to be done to squash any uprising or whatsoever, man. So don't get caught up in all the stupid shit. We know this is what these devils want, because they want more control. They want order. They're talking about they violate the first law of Asimov's law. Look, that don't mean a goddamn thing when you're dealing with a lawless individual like Esau Edom. He doesn't even hold himself guilty. He doesn't even the rules and regulations don't adhere to these elites into the military industrial complex. They do whatever the hell they want to. They can kill whoever they want to. They could justify rolling on whoever they want to. How much more when they bring in these robots who are not people, who are not going to be locked in jail? They're not going to hold these robots to any standard, because hey, they're military killing machines, man. And it's going to be on you Jake's asses in these times that are to come, and 2/3 of you niggas, and we can't wait, man. And you might say, well, what about y'all? Y'all going to be in danger too. Hey, we're of the elect. Hey, we're going to have that hedge of protection from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, the Lord might have one of these robots, might roll through a neighborhood where one of the members of the elect are at, and the Lord can just put the spirit on the robot to just not see a member of the elect and go and grab that 2/3 nigga that's to the left of you, or that's scrambling and running for his life. But hey, when they see the men of the Lord, hey, the Lord could just put the spirit on that robot to just see him as non-lethal and as no threat, and just bypass you, man. But it's gonna go and get that shit talking nigga that then came up against the gospel and against this ministry, and and you already know. It says the authors emphasize that robots must be designed with constraints to suspend and limit excessive use of force in a timely manner and not indiscriminately kill people. Yeah, like it wants them to kill, but it don't want them to kill too many people. But hey, we already know what time is going to be. I just read it. The Lord's going to send Esau to tread them down like the mire of the street. And robots like these are not going to stop, man. Because they're going to go in with a program with an objective, and they're going to go and execute that objective, man. You see? It says, additionally, the trio cautioned against hastily replacing humans with robots, noting that robots still lack essential capabilities such as speed, dexterity, and the ability to navigate complex terrains. And that's a goddamn lie. I've done plenty of videos on these robots where they're navigating through complex terrains, where they're jumping, scaling walls. They got these other ones that could run. They had this one, it was like a land and sea capable drone where it was rolling down hills fast as shit. And then when it came to a body of water, it like transformed, laid down, flipped its wheels, and then it was able to go from complex terrain straight to the water and was zipping through the goddamn water like an alligator, man. Just smooth and nice. And when it got to the shoreline, it just transformed back to where it was terrain capable and just kept it pushing. So don't believe that bullshit, man. And I know brothers have seen those fucking dancing robots who's getting jiggy with it. They got all type of good dexterity and the ability, and very human-like movements, man. You got these fucking robots that can handle eggs without breaking them, man. So that shows you that it has the capacity to handle very delicate things. And also, these robots are able to, use force. Pick you up, break your damn back, throw you against the wall, snap your arm if possible. So don't be believing the bullshit that these, people are telling you that they don't have the capabilities as all that. That's exactly why they're building these things, to surpass human capability, to be more, to have speed and dexterity, So that's all bullshit. That's exactly what these robots are going to have, because they're killing machines. Hey, they're really the sword of Esau Edom. It says, even if humanoid robots become mature and widely used in the future, they will not completely replace other unmanned systems. Yeah, that's true. But as far as boots on the ground and military replacing humans on the battlefield, absolutely, man. I mean, look at what Elon Musk is doing with his Optimus. They're talking about these robots are going to be built to basically replace everyday menial tasks of the every average day person, man. So they do have the dexterity and the ability to move and to replace humans. Obviously, they can replace humans on the battlefield. Shit, they're even. I saw robots that were playing soccer and shit. And now I was just reading an article where now they're going to start using AI and robots to be umpires at the baseball games. So it'll be more accurate. So don't be believing the bullshit they be telling you. It says, concurrently, the U.S. Army is intensifying efforts to integrate robotics, artificial intelligence, and autonomous systems, aiming to enhance human-machine collaboration between soldiers and advanced robots on the battlefield, according to Interesting Engineering. So that shows you right there that America is doing the same thing. They're on board with this. Like I said, it's just a matter of time before, these things are going to be out here on the streets terrorizing you fucking people, man. Mainly you stupid, dumb niggas, man. And rightfully so. For your bullshit, for your wickedness, for your rebellion. Right? This is Isaiah 30:8. Now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people. Yeah, you see him right here in the brother's video. These are rebellious ass people. Look at these niggas, man. They're niggas. Look at this little nigga. All right? Rebellious, man. Everybody got something to say. Everybody got some shit to talk. Everybody's coming up against, the men and these niggas, grown ass niggas acting like big ass kids, man. Yeah, Lord got something for all these niggas, These jakes think they tough. They want to come up against the word, You can't tell them shit. They don't want to hear nothing. They want to raise up. Okay. Keep that same energy, man. All right. It says that this is a rebellious people. Let's look up this word rebellious, man. And the word is marai. It says rebellion. It just says rebellion. Let's go to the root. Yeah, here we go. Mara, it says to be contentious, be rebellious, be refractory, be disobedient towards, to be rebellious against, towards Father, towards the Most High. To show rebelliousness, show disobedience, disobey. And that's what these niggas are, man. Just a bunch of disobedient, rebellious demons, man. And guess what? It's going to be dealt with pretty soon in a major way. The Lord's getting tired of you niggas, man. This is why black fatigue is such a real thing, And, it's getting ready to be checked in a major way by Yahweh Shem Shai. And he's going to use Esau Edom. He's going to use these Terminator robots. He's going to use ICE agents, these detention centers, concentration camps, you know, pestilences, sicknesses, famine, you know, and all type of other means of judgment to check it on 2/3 of you niggas, man. All right. It says children that will not hear the law of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And that's why, you know, them nigga women were so mad at the IUIC. You know, they was even telling them, you know, y'all out of order. You ain't the backbone of the black community. You're a broken bone of the black community. Look at since the so-called black woman has been the head of the household, look what she's produced, man. Look at the state of the so-called young black men and women of the tribes here in America. Completely out of order, completely just dysfunctional, degenerate, you know, and completely just through, man. But then when you tell them that, they got the audacity to get mad and to buck up and to call you crazy and tell you shut the hell up, try to get in your face, spit at you, throw drinks on you, and do all type of wickedness, man. And they would do the same thing to Yahweh Shai if he was here, you know, in these times, man. So the hell with 2/3 of these niggas, man. It says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And this is why they love going to these plantation Christianity churches, man. Because what? They constantly speak lies and speak smooth things, man. They let those women walk in the church dressed like that and come in there, you know, doing all type of wickedness, ain't checking them, ain't calling them out on anything, but they allow them to, you know, continue in this lawless, disobedient, rebellious behavior, man. As long as they can keep getting tithes and money, they're gonna keep telling these jakes what they want to hear. They weren't set up to as true prophets and seers of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because otherwise, hey, they'll be hated. They'll be telling them the truth. It says, "Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us." And this was what was being demonstrated with the behavior of these ninjas, man. This is literally what they were doing right on video, and we can see it. They didn't want to hear anything. I thought y'all was Hebrew. I thought y'all was this, you know. Shut up. We don't want to hear that shit. Get out of our neighborhood. Leave us alone. We don't want to hear all that. You know, because they don't want anything to do with the righteousness of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, so therefore, they're going to be destroyed, man. It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh at a sudden instant. Right. Then what is that? Trusting in America. Don't want to come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in all truth and sincerity. Scoffing and mocking against the prophets. You know, looking at this mercy that the Most High is showing our people, you know, you're casting it away. And you're saying, look, we don't want to hear all that. We ain't trying to be Hebrew. What did Monique fat ass say? I ain't dealing with the God of the Bible, baby. He got too many rules. He too strict. He want 10% of my money. But here it is. Esau taking damn near 35-40% out of your fucking checks. You know? But ultimately, these niggas just want to have the green light to be a bunch of rebellious, demonic demons and black people, man. And that's cool. Stay on that, because guess what? The day is coming to where that shit's gonna it's gonna end up being your downfall and your destruction, man. Hey, and like the brother said, we can't wait to shake the dust off you black ass niggas, man. Off of black America. When the Lord brings the famine of his word, we ain't got to be out there having to warn you anymore. Hey, the Lord's just going to open up the floodgates of judgment. And like it says here, it's going to be as a breach ready to fall. And when the Lord bring it, it's going to swallow you niggas up, man. Like I said, with these humanoid killer Terminator robots, with pestilences, sicknesses, the bubonic plague, that new Nipah virus they talking about, famine. A lot of you niggas are going to get mashed up in these race riots. A lot of you little YNs are going to get drafted to this third world war, to the front line of the great meat grinder, you know, and worse, man. It says, and he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a sherd to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal of the pit. It says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest ye shall be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not. And that's why I said earlier, you know, they said, well, when this happens, what you think is going to happen to y'all? Y'all going to be there too? But hey, we've returned to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So therefore, hey, we're going to receive protection. We're going to be saved and quiet and have our confidence and strength in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, and he's going to be there on our behalf to shield us and to keep us from these times that are coming. All right? But the 2/3 of you niggas, hey, man, the Lord got something good and nice for y'all, man. And this is Son of Man, Ezekiel 21:9, Son of Man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, say, a sword is sharpened and is also furbished, you see? And what is this? This a part of that whole this ramping up of ICE, these agents, these humanoid killer robots and other, and the rest that's going to come with this $1 billion national police force that is being ramped up against you Jakes, man. That's all part of the weaponizing and the sword that Esau is getting ready to bring on you guys as judgment from Yahweh Shai. It says, it is sharpened to make a sure slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Right. We ain't making mirth. Hey, we taking this warning seriously. We know what Esau is getting ready to come down with. This is why we're preparing ourselves and returning so that we can be safe and have rest and be protected from these times. But 2/3 are still making mirth. Like you saw in the video, you saw the black bitches was twerking all on the car, shaking their funky ass, talking shit. The black bitches acting like she was smoking weed, just showing their utter rebellion against the word of the Most High. So that's why, hey, man, laugh now, but you're going to definitely cry later, man. It says, it contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. Like I read in Isaiah 10, the Assyrian, the rod of the Most High's anger. You see, it says this sword is sharpened and it is furbished to be given into the hand of the slayer, which is Esau Edom. And he going to slay you niggas, man. And he ain't gonna have, he ain't gonna bat an eyelash. He ain't gonna have any remorse, man. Remember, depopulation is still a huge agenda of this man's New World Order. And a lot of you useless, eating 2/3 Jakes are on the menu, man. All right. Hey, and when he starts slaying, hey, Lord gonna put that bloodthirsty spirit on this man. It says, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. Yeah, who's the Lord's people? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we already see it. It's already upon you with this whole ICE situation. And it's only going to escalate. It's only going to intensify. They're talking about putting hundreds of thousands of people in these detention centers every month. And a lot of these people that are being thrown in these detention centers don't have any criminal records. Remember, it was all about getting rid of the criminal element and these violent migrants and illegals that cross the border from all these different places, Chinese nationals, Iranians, Ukrainians, and all other type of people. But I don't see any of those people being rounded up and thrown in these gulags. It's mainly just hardworking northern tribes. And guess what? Pretty soon it's getting ready to come down upon you Negroes, all you violent ass niggas in Chicago, all you niggas shooting them switches, and in Baltimore. Hey, pretty soon, hey, Trump's gonna give the order. Hey, we're just gonna start getting the criminal element of you so-called blacks out of this country. All of these violent repeat offenders, these niggas with the switches. You're doing these videos with all the switches and the guns in your Instagram. Hey, Esau is looking at and tracking all of that information. I watched a video earlier today where these little hyenas was twerking on a police car. Guess what? They use AI and they use this AI thing to go on social media, and they found those hyenas that was twerking on that car. And now there's a warrant out for their arrest, man. How much more you violent ass niggas with your switches all on the Instagram, you violent ass women. All of this nigga behavior that you put on online, you put on social media, you go on live doing. Hey, all of that information is being grabbed up and watched, and it's going to be used against you at a later date, man. Hey, and good for you niggas, man. It says, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel. It says, terror by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh, because it is a trial. And what if the sword contemn even the rod? It shall be no more, saith the Lord Yahweh. Thou therefore, son of man, prophesy and smite thy hands together, and let the sword be doubled the third time, the sword of the slain. It is the sword of the great men that are slain, which entereth into their privy chambers. And I have set the point of the sword against all their gates, that their heart may faint, and their ruins be multiplied. It is made bright. It is wrapped up for the slaughter. And it's going to come upon you Jakes and your hoods and your ghettos and wherever you niggas is at, man. You see? And, hey, and this day is coming. And like I said, they're going to be using these Terminator robots here in America to go into these neighborhoods, to go into Compton and then South Central and the most violent areas in Memphis, you know, the violent areas in Texas, you know, wherever you niggas is at, you know, the low life of you know, these gang infested neighborhoods where you niggas love to, you know, amplify your folly and talk shit and scoff and be demons. Hey man, that sword is being sharpened and pointed at you jakes, man, and it can't come fast enough, and we can't wait, man. Because you niggas been warned. Hey, the Lord extended his mercy, but you continue to rebel and fight and talk shit and scoff and make your little parody videos. Got something stupid to say against, you know, the men of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and this gospel. Hey, therefore, hey man, the Lord got something for you niggas, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. Lord willing, you were edified. Shalom.